What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to take a look at the CAMPARK V40 action camera. I was pretty pumped when they contacted me to do a testing and review of this on my channel. This is their 4K action camera, and the reason why I was pretty excited is because I wanted to see how well these cameras do as far as video quality and usability. As you guys can see here, I got a few GoPro cameras. Been a huge fan of GoPro for a while now. Here's the 7, just got the 10. And then this is the Hero 5 I've had for a long time now. GoPro's really stepped up the bar as far as their camera builds, quality, especially with their stabilization. As many of you know though, GoPro has a pretty hefty price tag on their cameras. And that's where CAMPARK really kind of shines. You can pick up this camera for pretty much half the price of one of the new GoPros. Now I've had this for a few weeks now. I tested it out. And I just want to go over some of the features of the camera, and then we'll go ahead and check out some of the footage I took. Alright guys, so I want to go over some of the main components of this camera. Over here, you can see it comes with 2 batteries, which is nice. Right out of the box you get 2 batteries. These are 1350 milliamp batteries. A charging dock for both of them, which is nice. You get your USB charging cable. Over here, you get like a wrist strap that's wireless to the camera for recording and taking pictures. So over here, they got a rugged waterproof case. Now this is rated for up to 131 feet, which is right around 40 meters. And then the camera itself is also waterproof, but it's only waterproof up to 33 feet or 10 meters. Also, one of my favorite parts is it comes with a plug-in lavalier mic. There's your instruction manual. And then inside of this box, you're going to get tons of mounts. I'm not going to go through all the mounts, but it comes with all your basic mounts. I don't think they've left one of them out. The only thing I didn't see in here was an extendable tripod. So that's the only thing that they didn't have, but every other mount that you can think of they got inside this box, which is nice. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the camera. It's got a nice little lens cover there. We'll go ahead and pop that off. This is a silicone lens cover, but that's what it's going to look like. Alright, so as you guys can see there, it's got a front-facing screen there. This is a 1.2-inch front-facing screen. On the back, it's got a 2-inch screen. Both of these screens are color screens. It also uses a Sony sensor. This does shoot in 4K and does 20 megapixel photo resolution. The screen on the back is touchscreen. The screen on the front is not touchscreen. On the top there, it's got the mode button, record button. On the side, you got your power button there. On the bottom, you have this door here, and this is where you're going to put your battery and SD card. You have a place to put your camera mounts. On this side, you've got another door here, and all these doors are waterproof. As you guys can see in there, it's got a nice silicone seal right there. Inside there, you're going to get a port for your HDMI out, and then you're going to get another port there for your charging or your lavalier mic. As you guys can see there, it also has internal mics along with the option to use your external lavalier mic that comes with the camera, which is nice. So go ahead and we'll pop a battery in here. Just push this down. I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, this is the same spot where the SD card is gonna go too. So slide the battery in there. This door also has the silicone seal on it, because like I said earlier, it is waterproof. Power button's on the side here. So there's the power button. I'm gonna go hold that down, and then it's gonna fire up there. So the first thing that it told us was there's no SD card available. As you guys can see there, this is a touch screen, so you can go into all your settings. First we'll go ahead right into video resolution here. So the highest resolution on this is 4K 30 FPS. Then you got 2.7K 30 FPS, you got 1080p, That's what I've recorded all my footage in. So I recorded in 1080p, 60 FPS, and then you can go down to 1080p, 30 FPS, 720p, 120 FPS, and then 720p, 60 FPS. It does have electronic stabilization that you can turn on and off, which is nice. When you do turn on the electric stabilization, you're going to get that crop in mode. It's got loop recording, so this can also be used as a dash cam. And if you can just put it in loop recording, it'll just constantly record, and then it'll delete the latest video. Here are some of the video modes here. They got normal, seamless, video time-lapse, slow motion, fast motion. It's also Wi-Fi compatible, so they do have an app you can hook up to this. Here's some more of the settings here. You got your power frequency, got your sounds. You can turn your sound on and off. They got the microphone, whether you're using the built-in microphone or you're using external microphone. I really like the external microphone option. They got your white balance. They got effect mode here. Normal, black, white, natural. So you can play with how the effect looks. They also have an option down here that's called distortion calibration. So the distortion calibration is going to help with that fisheye effect. Now, there's certain settings on this camera that if you turn one setting on, it's going to turn other settings off. So you're going to need to be aware of that. Right now I have the image stabilization on this camera, and it's going to take off the distortion calibration. So if we go back into image stabilization, turn that off. Then we go back into settings here. That should show, see now distortion calibration is an option. You can turn it on and off. I preferred to have the image stabilization on. So I'm going to go back into EIS and turn that back on, because I'd rather have the electronic image stabilization on. You guys can see down there, there's the little icon to let you know that the image stabilization is on. It also says it's in normal and it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. Shows the microphone up there. It's in video mode there, and then it shows the battery right there. Alright, back to the settings on the video. It has your date and time you can set. It has a screensaver mode, auto power off. It has an angle. So you can, the three angles it has is wide, medium, narrow. So you can choose between those angles. Has a power on auto record, USB, language, format card, and then system. So we'll go over the resolution for the camera. Highest resolution here is 20 megapixels. You got 16 megapixels, 14, 10, 8, and then all the way down to 5 megapixels. You got your ISO adjustment here. I got an auto. Your EV adjustment. You got your time-lapse interval, duration, and then it's got photo burst also. Got delay timer, long exposure, metering, and then you can put your date stamp on it. So a lot of things you can do with this. Just like I said, all the swipes, just like a GoPro or anything like that. You can swipe through for a quick way to get to your settings there. So pretty nice and responsive. Now if you want to switch this to the front screen here, you're going to go ahead and hold down this mode button. And it's going to switch it to the front screen there. You guys can see my camera, you can see me. Haha. But when that front screen is on, the back screen turns off. So that's just something to let you know. And then on the front, it's not touch screen, but it does show some of the settings there in the front. So it shows the microphone, 1080p at 60. It's got the EIS, it's video mode, and then the battery up there in the corner. You want to switch back to the rear screen, you're just going to hold that mode button down, and now you're back to the rear screen there. go ahead real quick and show you guys this wristband. This does have a built-in rechargeable battery, so you're gonna just plug it in there to recharge this. It automatically is connected to the camera. So you got the camera placed somewhere, I don't know, on a helmet or anything like that. You can just put this on your wrist. If you want to record something, you go ahead and hit this top button, which is the record button. And there you go, it starts recording. You want to stop recording, just hit the button again, and it turns it off. If you want to take a photo, just took a photo. Want to go back to video mode, hit it one time, it goes back to video mode, and it starts recording. So use this a few times. This seems to work really well, and the band itself is real comfortable too. It's kind of like that silicone type band. Take a look at the lavalier mic here. This lavalier mic is a little over 3 foot long, so it's not too long, but just long enough if you're doing something like a vlog. You're gonna go ahead and it's gonna plug into the side here. So you're gonna go ahead and push that button down, and then you're gonna plug this into the port on the side. I've used this a lot during my testing, and I actually like this lavalier mic a lot. If you do use this lavalier mic, the camera is no longer waterproof because you're gonna have to pop open that door to plug this mic in. So that's the only downfall with that, but I do feel the audio is a lot better when you use the lavalier mic. Also, just a side note, this wristband is not waterproof, so don't take this into the water, wear it out when it's raining or anything. This is not waterproof. So like I said earlier, the SD card does slide right in there. So I've been using a 32 gigabyte card. It does say that it takes up to 128 gigabyte SD card, and it does recommend to use a class 10 SD card. All right, as far as the batteries go, like I said, you get two. You got a dual port charger here. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to charge the batteries, and then the record time you're gonna get off of one battery is about an hour, hour and a half through my testing. All right guys, so I'm doing some low light testing on the CAMPARK V40 action camera. Just in my backyard right now. As you guys can see, pretty cloudy day, overcast. Looks like there's some rain clouds up over that way, but not too much sun out. It's later in the day, so figured this would be a good test for some low light footage. I do have the camera on 1080p at 60 frames. Electronic stabilization is on. Just trying to get some different angles here, see how the lighting is. Really don't have any sun out right now, so just really a low light kind of situation. I'm using the internal mic. I have no wind reduction on or anything like that. Wind is blowing. You guys can see the trees swaying back and forth. So not too sure how the audio is going to sound. A little bit lighter right over here, and some better lighting. Alright guys, so I just turned on the auto low light feature. See if there's any difference, if it looks any better, any worse. So the auto low light is on right now, and when you do turn it on, it automatically disables electronic image stabilization. So that's something to take note of whenever you have auto low light on. Electronic stabilization is going to be turned off. So this is me walking around here. It's probably going to be a little bit shakier. Now I'll go back and I will turn auto low light off and image stabilization back on. Alright, Auto low light is off, image stabilization is on. Just gonna walk back and forth here like it did with the last test. See if you guys notice the difference between the auto low light being off and image stabilization being on. You either can pick one or the other. Alright guys, so this is with noise reduction on. Still got a little bit of wind going on here. So I'm not sure if the noise reduction is going to help out. If my audio is going to be lower than the previous audio. But I got a little bit of wind going, nothing crazy. So I'm not sure how much that's going to help. Once again, it's 1080p, 60 frames, and this is in medium angle. Alright guys, so we got a little bit of sun right in front of me here that peeked out of the clouds. Alright guys, so went ahead, plugged in the external microphone. I do like the fact that this comes with an external microphone. Hopefully it sounds better than the internal microphone and we can tell a difference. But this is me testing out the external microphone that comes with the CAMPARK, and then I'll go ahead and switch back to the internal microphone. Alright, now this is what the audio sounds like with the internal microphone. Got the external one still wearing it, but I got it unplugged and I switched to the internal microphone on the CAMPARK. Alright, here's an example of the wide angle lens. Here's an example of the medium angle lens. And here's an example of the narrow angle lens. Alright guys, so here is some video footage on pretty clear sunny day. So you guys can see the sun up there. Not too many clouds in the sky. Once again, in my backyard, sun is behind me. So this was going to look like with the sun behind me. And then I'll turn around here. And then this is with the sun in my face. You guys can see the adjustment there. I got the external microphone hooked up right now. It's on 1080p, 60 frames, a wide view. So this is the widest angle you're going to be able to get with the electronic image stabilization on. If I get rid of, or if I turn off the electronic image stabilization, it won't crop in as much. It'll be a wider view, but you're going to get that shakiness, which kind of sucks. So just walking around my backyard right now, trying to give you guys an idea what the footage is like. Go ahead and run. See how smooth that footage was. Yeah, hopefully the audio sounds good. So this is some footage, sunny day. This is what you can expect out of the 1080p, 60 frames, external microphone, wide angle with image stabilization on. Alright guys, so that's going to be about it. I'm going to end this video off. Lavalier mic's hooked up using that external microphone. I'm going to go ahead, throw this in the computer and see what it looks like. You let me know what you guys think about this camera in the comments below. I'll probably do a future video here, either comparing it to my GoPro 10 or possibly comparing this to my older GoPro 7. Not really sure yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys are interested in this camera, I'll also put an Amazon link in the description box. Go ahead. You can find out more information, or if you want to purchase this camera, you can use that Amazon link in the description box. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found it useful. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys like what I'm doing on my channel, don't forget to subscribe, share the video, smash that notification bell, and I'll talk to you later.